I'm going to try to keep some continuity here, and I hope all that works. I don't know. Anyway, let's bring those blades up and measure them. I cleaned the glass a little bit and I put some lubricant on there. So let's turn the key on, and you gotta be able to turn the key off real quick. So let's just I think it's these. Perfect. Okay, so I got them to stop right at the apex there so we can measure. And it's probably good to run that motor a little bit anyway. I hadn't run it much. So let's see what we got here. Woo! That's not worth nothing there, is it? What happened? I think that spring is sprung. Well, what's the other one like? Well, let's measure anyway. Should have enough room to that's bad there. I don't know. So I've got another 2.5 inches off that. So these really should be 18s. So if it's a 15 and it's an 18, that leaves you 3. That's 1.5. So 1.5 would put you to right here. And I don't think it's going to swing further than that. Let's go see how bad that other one is. My goodness, that's not making contact in the least. I'll take that off. Ooh. That's hard to do, but we'll figure out something. That one's tight again. That boy, something went wrong there. Okay, we'll figure it out. You can see the gap from here. If it happened on the passenger side, that'd be one thing, but you know, that ain't gonna ever work there. My friends will tell you that I'm extremely light sensitive. I mean, really bad. Photophobia, they call it. And I don't know why. Just am. I don't remember anybody in my family having that, but I got it. Right when I wanted to show something, power went out. Okay, well there you go. Power went off. Okay, right when I was filming. That's pretty good. Alright, so anyway, good thing the air conditioner wasn't running. So let's see, clock. I don't know. It don't matter. It's not the point. This is way too bright, or was way too bright. Looks brighter on CAMBOT here. So I did like I did on the Spitfire with that brand new speedometer gauge that was so bright, and you can't get in and change the light. You can't dim it or do anything like you can those other gauges. So I found this that I used on the Spitfire to tone down. This is just film, and it's already on here. See, it's already on there, and it tones it down really nicely. So hopefully that'll help me sleep at night and not have to disconnect the oven all the time. So another use for that. So I've been doing so much lately, been trying to get everything around the house kind of done, so I won't feel so guilty when I'm working down in the barn on cars and farming and all the other stuff. So that's just a little idea. We'll see how it works tonight. I usually have to take my little thing and put over it, my little heat things, whatever you call those. Well, I can see it. The 85231, I was right, that's the Jaguar 85231. And what I do is I look everything up online, and then I go to Rock Auto and I try to cross-reference everything. And then you'll see the Beck Arnley 1418665. And the reason I say that is that if you look it up on a 1988 XJ6 3.6, which is the same block that's in the 67 Jaguar down there, and you keep going down, so this is a Jaguar thing, and I have that fitting because of, if you look at previous videos, you'll know why. I had some issues there. So there's the 04-18665. So that's Jaguar right there. So we got that going for us. So let's lose that. Now we know, let's look at this. So if you go to the Pontiac, well, that's not what I wanted to do. But if you go to Pontiac, no, 650i, I'm sorry, the 650i BMW. See, I got the man filter. That's the HU. I didn't have it marked. I knew what it was because these are just drop-in filters. They're not nearly as rolling around. So that's all that is, and that's all that big 4.8 liter BMW takes. And it's a nice system. I like it. So there's Gilda. I call her Gilda. What's the German word for money? Okay, and then so let's go back over here. So we lose that, and then we go to the Bonneville, and the Bonneville. That's not what we're talking about. But the Bonneville is a PF24, and the interesting thing is, you can see this, and I did a bunch of cross-referencing on this Wix XP, and that crosses over to work on Daphne. Now the Daphne's a 1978 305, and that's funny because see where the O-ring is? It's on the very extremities of the cap. But on a 64 389, they bring it in some. Now you can do your research and you can get bigger of these, longer of these, and so forth. But I don't think you need them if you keep up with things. So we know the PF24 is the Bonneville. We know the 51060 XP that's really for synthetic oils. So I got everything identified here. I found this when I was digging around for an old car I really hated that wasn't mine, and I got it. They thought it was a miracle thing. A world without friction. Well, that sounds like no fun, doesn't it? So anyway, there's that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I guess I'll get rid of it a little bit at a time. But okay, so now we move on to this windscreen wiper for the Bonneville. And there's the 15-inch. It calls for that. And once again, here we are, 1964 Bonneville. And went on down to here. And there are, I'll talk about that in a minute. So there's the Trico, 15-inch it says, and then there's 18-inch. I'm not going to mess with ordering any of those. How much are they? Not going to do that. No sense in getting a big order going there. But that's the bayonet fittings, which we have down there. So 1964. So then you go and you look for arms, because I got that arm with a bad spring in it, which I might can fix. So whenever it's 1964, and it ain't ever going to be there. So 55 to 57, 59, 60, and then it skips to 69. And then they got those double action things, which are kind of cool. Kind of brings the arm over and gives you a little bit more vision out there. But when you look up the blades, you do find the 59 to 64 overlap blades, and 15-inch bayonet style. And that's what I got, the overlap kind. And they're calling for 15-inch, not 18-inch. So so there you go on that. So just thought I'd clean up all of that mess I made there. So there you are. Let's take it all back down there. Now I know what everything is. I'm going to go ahead and put that thing on that Jaguar fitting. And everything else is marked the way it should be. So that's good. Glad to have both of those. And I'm not going to order any extras because neither one of them needs to change. The Bonneville probably has several hundred more miles, and that's a lot for the Bonneville as much as I drive her. So, all right, well let's get rid of that stuff. That sounds scary. So the problem was the spring. It had the wrong spring in it. I compared it to the other one, and luckily I had some old blades upstairs. And after, I don't know, 30 minutes of wrangling, I got that spring in there. No small task. So let me go get that little finishing strip that goes right here, and we'll put this back on and we'll see how it works, see if it holds against the glass. You just had to save this because this is the, I'll see if I can find a a spot here. This is the original Trico, made in USA here. And you clip that in and tap it in there and hope for the best. Let's go see how it holds against the screen now. And like I say, I think 3 inches more on this would be probably just a little bit too much to handle for the pressure on it. So too much displacement. So let's get these to come back down and park them, and we'll see them work. Sound good? It's always the small stuff that eats you alive. Let's see, all I got to do is turn them on, and let's see, I got to turn the key on. Oh, and then we'll watch that one go down. Okay. And this is generally, I got a feeling it rests better against this driver here, whatever you call them. I'm so confused by all the terminologies I have to use. Okay, so that should just lay on and go in. At least you hope it will. Hang on, everybody. I think that's a little too much pressure. So let's go up here. Okay. And then it goes on like that. And see how they overlap there? Just like on the T-Bird. Okay, let's spray some stuff on there and get it wet. And we'll run them one time. Now I have seen the T-Bird and I've seen these hit before, but it don't usually cause too much damage. All right, let's get the key on. Okay. And we're going to stop it right there. And we're going to see if it's laying. I can tell you right here, it's laying against the glass. Yep, it's laying against the glass. Perfectly. Okay, let's turn this off. Okay. And get them down to park. They park pretty good, actually. All right, well, that is a big task. May not seem like it, but if you do go through a little summer sprinkle or something, you don't want that going on there. Okay. All right, I don't think I left the key on long enough to affect the choke. I want to check the choke. I want to get my clipboard. I want to get these off. Anything to get some cool air. It's supposed to cool off. When? So yesterday I didn't mess with the choke any. I don't think that is, it's 85 degrees. So would you want it to be there? I think I want it to be there. I don't think I want the choke on at 85 degrees, but it looks like it's gonna be okay. So, all right, maybe me turning the key on for the wiper blade change things a little bit. I'm going to mess with the timing a little bit, the distributor timing. So hopefully it'll start a little easier. So is that on my list? I think it is. Fix that wiper on. That ate up most of my afternoon. I don't think I'm going to mess with that choke any. Setup tack. Okay. So our goal today is to adjust this. So I got to get it back that way more. So I'm going to just leave it right there. I don't know, what am I going to do? I need to bring it tighter. Let's leave it in park and just try to do it that way. It seems, I don't know, one way will be one way and the other will be the other, won't it? So if I put it in drive and it's in S, I'll know to go twice as much the other way, right? Right. So here is the link in question right there. So I don't want it to go so far. So I think I'm going to bring it down a couple of turns. What do you think? I don't know. Well, let's try. Let's start with down. Careful application of heat, and I was able to get it like 2 turns down. And then this is more like a 14 millimeter for whatever reason. So let's go up there and see how we did. Okay, I just brought her down a couple of notches. have to go back there and tighten it up if nothing else. All right. Try not to step on my carpet here. Let's see where we are. So down 2 turns. I got the brake on. I got chocks in. Look at that. All right. That's just about cool right there. We're gonna take it down just a little touch more. Feels like it's going in the park. So down is the way. Let's go down a little bit more and then we'll see where we stand. I took it down a couple of more turns. So let's see if we can get enough light and block. That looks pretty good there. Let's see what we get into. I think this is going to be fine. I'm a little afraid of park. I don't want anything messing with that. Well, there you go. That's far better. So the sweep and just sort of in general is just right there. Well, that wasn't so terrible. Well, I'm proud. Okay, let's go do something else. Let's see if I can make this thing start a little easier on timing. Let's go look at my list, I guess. I just thought I'd check the clock, and it's doing fine. And that's all there is to that. It's simple, huh? I'm gonna be going into some deep, dark stuff here. I'm going to adjust the idle. We saw 17 on there yesterday. Pretend you see 17 right there. And I'm going to adjust the idle screws and mess with the tachometer and the timing, the distributor timing, and some other stuff, and just sort of see if I can get it to just sort of fine-tune that super tune, I guess. I'm just going to tell you what. You got to turn the idle back. Idle screw. My back goes out probably a little bit more than a quarter turn, but you got to be down where you're not into the secondary. So at idle, you're only pulling through that one slot. You guys who do Edelbrocks know what I mean. So instead of running 17 parts air, I'm right there on it. So that'll probably help me in taking off too, because I won't be starting from such a lean condition. I'm all right with that. Okay. All right, let's turn all that off. Don't want to burn that up, because that thing is the cat's meow having that air fuel mixture, because you can really dial it in. So. Okay, I'm feeling all good about that thing. So I got the distributor in a good spot. She's still just a mite hard to crank, but I got to keep in mind, this is a brand new motor. So the compression on it's pretty high. So I'm just gonna, I think it's okay. I adjusted it to the maximum vacuum back there, and I tightened it up, and let's see what that, yeah, that's throwing off nice, okay. And so, like I said, you got to get this all the way out. So your butterflies will be pulling only from the idle circuit, and then you can adjust your idle. So we'll crank her up here in just a minute, crank her up again. Let's see where I am on the list. Whew, it's hot. Okay, she's all back together, and let's take her for a little ride. She never does close right off like that. These old GMs, but you know, I had an MG bonnet fold over on my head one time, and that sometimes kills people. So you GM bonnets, you just be hard to close. You ain't gonna bother me. Look at all that mess. Well, looking a mite cloudy out there. Sounds kind of dog barky to those people with them dogs. Got a whole pack of dogs. Okay, so everything's on, however you want to say it. It's the opposite of off. We have contact. Well, got my hat on, my pink carnation, and all kind of stuff. So let's, don't have my glasses on though. Let's see, clock's still running, that's cool. Let me get that thing in some kind of apple pie order. I'm gonna put this tool in here. I'll know it when I see it. All right, let's see what she seems like when you want to crank her. Well, I'll take that. Let's see, yeah, she's warmed up because I warmed her up to do the tune-ups. It sounds like her idle's a little high now, but look at her idling. Oh, she's doing the countdown. Let's see where we end up. 15.7. Well, that's about right there on it. 14.7 is what we all dream of. So I'm getting that at idle. Okay, here we go into reverse. Oh, I didn't even look for transmission leaks. I don't think there were any. Oh. Hear them drum brakes squealing. All right. Get that garage down just enough, didn't I? Okay. Well, we got the magic juice in there. We've got the level right. I'm running the cooling fan. Oil pressure's good. I think it's really like 430. Windscreen's clean. I used to have the washers working on this thing, but I only do that sort of half the time. It don't really matter much. A lot of times if you hit a bug, gotta get out and clean it up anyway. Let's see how, ooh, well, it's kind of scary. It's like driving Daphne now. It's just, okay, that's okay with me. That's indicator enough. Oh, here comes somebody. Okay, let's see how she shifts. And we'll take her around the proverbial loop here. That's about the smoothest I've ever heard it shift. It's almost like a mid-60s GM product. Somebody coming up from behind. They come up fast. Around these parts, this is where everybody speeds. Let me turn up here. Okay, got that all clear? Oops, no, we don't. Got a big white work truck coming in. 2 work trucks. Okay. Right there. They win. Okay, can I go now? I'll be glad when that corn's gone when I turn left here. Alright, looks like I survived to get a t-shirt or something. Well, she's just as quiet as a mouse. Let's go around and we'll put her in the garage. Beautiful. Okay, from a dead stop. I can't even tell that it's going into gear. Alright, that's good. All that service, and you can't get filters for these, but you can clean them out. So, all right, I'm gonna put her back up. We'll put the TR4 on in a couple of days. I've sort of all. I thought I was gonna be done with this yesterday, and I'm gonna be gone for the rest of the day. I'll be back tonight, and then I'm gonna be tired, and then she sounds great. Look at that. Okay. Well, that's it. So be sure and give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll start on the TR4. I feel pretty comfortable with Bonnie now, so good deal. Let me remember to disconnect the battery, and that's going to be all for today. There's nothing else on the list, I don't think. I didn't go into that Edelbrock stuff. There's so many things on the Edelbrock stuff. Let's see. Adjusted the choke or looked at it. I set the tack, put the vacuum gauge on, idled her down. I got her off at 17 reading down to 14.7 with the idle up. Fixed wiper arm. Boy, that was the hardest thing I did all day. Adjust shifter to D. Double checked on the clock. Set ignition timing to help fight that little bit of hard start I had. But it's still there a little bit, but like I said, it's just compression. Alright, let's drop the doors and go in. Doors, I said.